Hi everyone, this is Jean. Today I'm here to talk to you about how to navigate living alone after your spiritual awakening. It is one of the hardest journey to go through, and I went through it 2 years ago, and it was probably one of the hardest thing for me because I am single, and because of that I had to live by myself and navigate the spiritual awakening of this whole process. It was so hard, and I want you guys to feel more at ease in your spiritual awakening, especially during COVID. There were so many people that had mental breakdown, so I wanted to share a bit of my thought when it comes to spiritual awakening. So I remember after I first awakened, I could not blend in with anyone. It was so hard for me. I remember that, oh my God, I could no longer talk to my friends like I used to. It's as if I'm a brand new person. I love nature, I love trees, and by nature I'm a city girl. So I was really shocked that I just wanted to be in nature, wanted to be with flowers, with plants. I didn't want to mingle. I felt it was so strange. And I looked at all the people in the street and they were having fun and blending and talking together, and I had no one to talk to. Even if I had friends, I feel I could not connect. I felt so disconnected from this world, and there must have been something strong, very strange in me that I felt, and I needed to fully understand how can I navigate through this. So today I want you to know that once you awaken, it is very often that your conscious level is higher than how it used to be. So it's normal for you not to be able to blend in with the people you used to hang out with. Maybe you like to go hunting, for example, and or you like to gossip, for example, but none of these interest you anymore. I'm just giving examples, okay? Sorry. And it's important for you to understand that this is gonna be okay. You have to make peace with yourself. You have to accept you are a new you. This was the old you, and you awakened and you became the new you. So of course you can always go back, but it's gonna be pretty much hard for you to go back, because I tried to not accept that I have spiritually awakened, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna try to go back and blend in with my old friends, and it was so hard. I came back and I was so exhausted, and my whole body had a hard time. So I want you to fully really accept who you are as a person. Now the second point I want you guys to think about is to analyze yourself with a lot of curiosity, instead of bashing yourself and saying, oh, look at you, you can't blend in, and you're not like everyone, you're a weirdo. Accept who you are as a person, make peace with it, and analyze yourself. Why do I feel this way? Why do I behave this way? For example, you could be frustrated, having a talk with your colleague or with friends. Analyze what is the reason behind it. For example, for me, I will always shame myself. I have some issue with shame, and I love to shame myself. Not really that I loved it, but I will always shame myself. Like I do something wrong, shame on you, you are a failure, you are not deserving, and you are stupid, and I would shame myself like 24/7. And of course, instead of giving myself a break, I would just do it even more after the spiritual awakening. I would just say, ugh. Of course, not everyone's like that, but I would just say, look at you, now you cannot even blend in with people that are walking in the street. You used to make friends all over the place, and now you would like to be by your own. And I would shame myself. And I think it's really important to accept and be compassionate about who you have become. It is a hard journey after a spiritual awakening. So it's important to accept that you are a brand new person, and it's okay that you want to live a different life. Now, the third point that I wanted to say is that after spiritual awakening, we want to discover who we are. Why did we become this way? And you want to analyze yourself. I don't know for some of you, but I became very serious on finding out different kind of things related to spirituality. And I noticed that it was something that was a bit big mistake for me because I didn't understand enough about spirituality, which is why when someone told me to join a spiritual teacher, I just went in straight into it. And because of that, my health suffered and I lost so much money financially, and I had nightmares for over a year and 2 months pretty much. And it was so intense even after I left that spiritual center. They called it the meditation center. But anyways, I digress. So I just wanted to tell you that once you awaken, it's important for you to explore your hobbies. Find a social club or find a book club or find people with new interests similar as you. And from there, you can understand yourself better. Don't immediately jump into a spiritual or find a spiritual teacher and go and try to navigate your life. Don't use things like that. It's important for you to get information from different spiritual teachers, gather the information, and then have enough knowledge on your own. So like that, you could choose what's good for you and what's not good for you. And you could stack it accordingly. And only when you are fully ready, you can find a right spiritual teacher. That is why this way you will cultivate your own sense of logic and what is good and what is not good. For example, for my case, I was so blasé, so I did not know how to navigate my spiritual journey. So I accidentally went into a spiritual center. It was a cult, and they did some pretty nasty things to my soul. So that's why I suffered nightmare for over a year and something, and it's been such a hard journey. I never want anyone to go through what I went through, which is why I want you all to understand that when you are awakening, it is important for you to not stick around, be alone. It's important for you to develop new hobbies adapted to the new you. You don't necessarily have to go into a spiritual quest right away. Take the time and let time show you, let life show you the beauty that it can bring to you. And only once you have cultivated enough spiritual knowledge from different kind of teachers, only then I would suggest for you to find a spiritual teacher, because going down the wrong path is painful. And I want nobody to go through what I went through, and I want you guys to all have a great time in your life when you're seeking your spiritual quest. And I hope this helps you a little bit when it comes to your spiritual journey. And I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Bye.